tied up at 2 games each. Wemby with 33 in Game 4. He'll need to carry that over if the Spurs hope to steal back home court advantage here. It's been an interesting, and by interesting I mean kind of weird series so far. 2-2. OKC has home court advantage. Wendy, how do you see the advantage in the series right now going to Game 5?
Well, obviously, Oklahoma City is at home. They have been brilliant on their home court the last 2 playoff runs, and they've also been excellent problem solvers. When they've had challenges in the playoffs the last couple of years, they have always bounced back. This time, however, their challenge is to fix their offense because they're missing their offensive creators outside Gilgeous-Alexander. A.J. Mitchell will be out tonight with a calf injury. And look, calf strains, Greeny, are typically measured in weeks. This is late in the season. You don't know, but I don't know if they're going to get him back in this series. Jalen Williams, they have had to show their hand a little bit, and they've stopped saying hamstring soreness. They have now changed it to hamstring strain. That will be the 4th different hamstring strain he's experienced this year. But he is questionable, and he did play a little bit earlier, after the injury. So
AJ Mitchell loss is huge for OKC. I think it's bigger than the J. Will being out. AJ Mitchell is huge, big time. Could cause OKC to lose the series.
Closer, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is shooting under 40% in this series. 2 lead guards with him are injured. This is a problem for the home team tonight.
And another problem that they have goes by the name of Victor Wembanyama, and he's extraordinarily tall.
And the 2 wins, he has 75 points that the Spurs have, right? And I said this 3 months ago on this show, is that if you're Mark Daigneault, like, this is what you're looking at. This is what keeps you up at night as a head coach, that you have this monster in your conference. And it's a good thing they got that championship last year, because he's going to be in the way of a lot of their attempts at more success in the West. And that's exactly what you're seeing. Maybe it's sooner than anyone expected, but there's no question when you watch.
Wemby got in the paint last game, which he did in Game 1. Game 1, if you do not remember, San Antonio should have lost that game. He hit a logo 3, and I think A.J. Mitchell took a quick shot behind the 3-point line that could have took a little bit more time off the clock, which I think they would have won in regulation. If Wemby goes to the paint, they are a much better team. They have a better chance to win. Can he do it back-to-back games? To me, it looks like he has a big game, a lot of effort. Then the game after, it may not be as much effort because I think he's a little tired. So we'll see what happens tonight. Again, AJ Mitchell and Williams out is a big opportunity for San Antonio to take control of the series.
Performances in the biggest stage he's ever played on in the NBA. He's ready for it now. And if you're the Thunder, what's your answer? Because it doesn't seem like they have one.
Janae, we haven't had you here in a while. What's your sense right now, big picture on the series where it stands?
You mentioned monster in your conference. This is a monster for the league for the years to come. You have someone that is a future MVP learning his star power in real time on the fly, and Victor Wembanyama. This leads me to the conclusion that SGA has no choice but to go nuclear. He has to take the shots. It's going to be difficult. A.J. Mitchell, J-Dub, the secondary and tertiary, I know that's third, creators, right, on a squad. His only choice is to do bad all by himself. And we've seen him do it. He did it last year in the NBA Finals. Remember, the Pacers were the hottest offense, and then he realized, I have to shoot the ball 20 times in the first half to be aggressive, for my team to play aggressive, for it to be contagious. We saw him do it versus the Phoenix Suns. Down J-Dub, he comes in, drops 40, and then the shots look better for his teammates. But I'll say this, he's the back-to-back MVP. It's not going to be easy. 14 out of his 15 shots, where he was 6 for 15, were contested. He was double-teamed 11 times. He is the man with the trophy, and he will have to play like it.
Greatness is never easy. And both you and Wendy made mention of the problem for us. No, this is an opportunity.
The young lady's right. SGA has to come out and just do SGA tonight. If it takes 20, 25 shots, whatever, he has to come out and do that to, I think, just to a chance at winning this game. I think I read somewhere where last game, 91% of the OKC shots were contested. Well, you got to go into that mindset again that 80 to 90% of our shots are going to be contested. Stephon Castle is one of the best on-ball defenders in the league. He's built like Marshawn Lynch, so built like a running back. You have to go into that thinking that SGA got to shoot a lot tonight. I do agree with the young lady on that. Let's see what Jay Will's talking about. He ain't usually talking about too much. Let's see what he's talking about.
This is an opportunity
For SGA?
For SGA. You're at home, defending world champions. You're down 2 ball handlers. This is when the greatest players grab on that mantle and say, no, okay, it's time. And what have all the conversations been about whether it's him flailing into the free throw line, all that stuff does not matter. It matters about this moment. And I know it's never one player versus 5. But we all have to talk about the best players in the game of basketball. Can they elevate their level of play and the players around them in the biggest moments? And this is a massive moment for SGA. And that's okay to say.
Windy.
Yeah, so the big thing with this challenge is that the Area 51, what they call Area 51, that's Stephon Castle as the primary defender. He is one of the strongest perimeter defenders in the league already, just in his 3rd season. And then you have the backline defender of the 7'5" guy, who's the unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. This is why he's only shooting 39%. This is a guy who shot 55% in the regular season. Okay, and the big adjustment that the Spurs made between games 3 and 4 is they stuck to the Oklahoma City shooters. The Oklahoma City shooters were killing them from outside. Now Shea is going to have to do it in a more heads-up situation. He's not going to have the shooters necessarily unless he breaks that strategy.
You're shaking your head because
I know it's practical and I know it's realistic, but like, what do we say about Kenny Atkinson? At some point, you're like, I don't want to hear it. It's game time, yo. It's game time.
But it's hard.
Of course it's hard.
He's getting double teamed, and when he breaks the double team, he's got probably.
But they're not double teaming anymore because they're going under ball screens. It's one-on-one defense.
Not sure if Jay Will has been watching the games. They have been double teaming. They didn't do it last game as much. SGA is going to have to take control to have a chance to win tonight. Should be an interesting game 5. Like, subscribe, share. See you on the next video.